This is our little blow off area. I'll get the brush in here later on and just brush it all to one side. You've got to stay on top of this. Blowing off Manitous, we do it quite vigorously. You know, every 2 or 3 days we're blowing them off. We blow out the rads. It's just good practice to you know, keep the machinery cool, especially on the hot days, the 30-degree plus days. Straw and hay will build up in the boom section there, so it's good practice to blow it all out, save risk of having a fire. Anyway, this one needs greasing up, so we're going to go and grease it up. This is the older one of the 3, but this thing still has its place on our farm and is a very, it's a bit dirty in here. It needs a good clean up, but it still has a place on this farm and gets used daily. But you've got to stay on top of maintenance, and we've just been inside the engine there, blew all the radiators out, and yes, we're going to grease her up now. It's important you stay on top of these little jobs. They're always morning jobs, or whenever you get 5-minute jobs. Look all that stuff that's come out of there. Same with the balers, you know, we've got to keep them blown off, and try and do that at the end of the day. So you can go home and have a shower. Anyway, we're hoping to do a bit of baling today. The rake's been greased up, fueled up, ready to go. Uncle Franklin will be in soon to start raking. We're heading up Alistair's way to do some meadow hay, so we'll have a look at that today, so that'll be good. I've got to grease this thing up, and there's grease points all over the headstock, on the axles, there's some around the back end on the boom, and you've got to get them all. So the first bit of meadow we cut. Anyway, we put it in this stack over here just because Linda will want to move on to it after she's finished her summer stock, which is running out quick. It was all baled on a 30-degree day, so the fan's on there. It is completely dry. You use the fans for a couple of reasons. If you've got some iffy hay, it can sometimes heat up, especially when you build it up in a stack. And if you've got a load of warm hay, so it's been baled in 30-degree heat, so the heat retains in the bales, and now we're just cooling it down. We're going to swap this over for now. We'll leave the fan there. We'll put, the guys have been baling up some Timothy, so we're going to move and put the fan on the Timothy. We'll let this rest for a few hours, till tonight probably, and then we'll move it back and run it again tonight for a few hours, and you're just cooling it down. Once it gets to a certain, after 2 or 3 days, you know, you should be all right, man. And periodically after that, you'll just come in, give it a good blow for a few hours, and it'll be all right. On years where it's a little bit damper, you can have some hay that isn't quite fit or something like that, and you need to keep that fan on there running, just keep that air going through it, otherwise it'll get hot and get mouldy. So yeah, very important bit of kit, the hay fan. How about I turn that off like that? Right, we run the little Ford. This is the Ford's main job during the summer. You know, we use this thing here, there and everywhere for certain little things. We are disconnected. Handbrake, forwards, are we going? No, I need a gear. There's a gear. Anyway, I love this tractor. Just character, you know, levers, pulleys, very reliable. We never ever really have to do anything but maintenance to this old thing, but it doesn't get used like the other tractors either, you know, it only goes on certain things. We have pulled loads home with it in the past, you know, if you're a tractor short or whatever. The man from Chandler's is here. We had a problem on our little 7716 come up yesterday, and the exhaust has got 2 sensors in, and one of the sensors has gone funny. Anyway, the man from Chandler's, serviceman, is going to put some new sensors on and see if that cures that. When we're running fan, we don't want any electrical equipment on, we don't want our aircon on, because nobody's sat in here, so this has remained static throughout the day. We're full of fuel, And these little things just add up. Save a little bit of fuel because you're not running pumps and electrical equipment. We just run it just off tick over. Literally there. That's all it runs. Handbrake goes on, obviously. Feel the air coming out the back. That smell, can't even describe it. It's like a fresh made loaf of bread straight out the bakery. Beautiful. This is you can't make it any better. It's been made perfect. This is the Timothy. That's what people are after when we say Timothy hay. That's the Timothy plant right there. Have a look around the side. Farmer's got some more trailers to unload from yesterday. I don't know what they would have made. 5,000 Timothy. Just find a little hole, put your arm in and see if there's any heat coming out. And it'll only be sun heat this year. The hay is more than dry, but we blow it regardless. We get the sun heat out, that stops the moisture, that stops any mold, and very important that we do this. But the smell coming out of there is insane. Anyway, yes, that is a big block of Timothy. Farmer puts them in. He builds it in a way so he can get the fan in there. The tunnel runs through the stack, and then it can go up. It goes up through the stack and come out all those little holes, and everything gets blown quite evenly then. Just want to see what Linda's strings are like. We put a little modification on Linda's packer. I'll show you it later on, but I can just tell it's worked a treat. Before we put the modification on, it's never an issue, never something we like thought was going to bother us. Anyway, all the modification does is it just puts every string at the same tension. You would get one string on the outside, they would be tighter than the ones on the inside, only by a tiny little bit. It just, you know, you wouldn't even really bat an eyelid to it. But this modification, I can see just all the strings are the exact same tension now, so yeah, I imagine that'll make for picking the bales up even nicer as well. Guys have got the bales beautiful size, they are perfect. And yeah, anyway, there'll be some more going on today. We'll go and have a look at the machines. We'll let that fan run till this afternoon. Try and keep the fans running in the night as well, because it's cooler at night, but the temperatures are going to drop over the next day or so, it won't be so critical. But that needs to be blown, that needs to be kept on there for the next 4 or 5 hours. I think these are meadow, so we've got to start a place for these. Yeah, these are nice meadow, look. You can just see the hay's ever so short. So it is, or what? I don't think it is it? No. It is. Oh, it is? Yeah. Oh, there we go, depth on it. No. Over there.
We're lucky if we fill this shed, mate.
No, I know.
I think we will fill it with meadow at some point.
Yeah.
We'll do it like all the reindeer, bugger it.
Yeah. This is a walk in the park today, isn't it?
Right?
Walk in the park.
What is that?
Easy one, isn't it?
Yeah, once you get this cover off.
Is that just a big trout?
Yeah. You can't get to it without taking it off.
No. I suppose, yeah, it's underneath there, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Is it in half? Is it two halves, is it?
No, it's one big one.
You have to go over the top there?
No, you open it out.
Oh
Bring
yeah.
it out.
Oh nice. Fingers crossed. It's. Oh, is that all the bolts for that?
No, well, most of them.
Oh yeah.
It's a few. Just a few.
Fingers crossed. It's that easy, eh? That one. Be nice, wouldn't it? Is that your computer in there?
Yeah.
Does it talk? Does it tell you what it's worried about?
Yeah. Stores the error code.
Oh nice.
Yeah, it stores the error code for you.
Sweet.
You just got to find it.
That's our that's our man from Chandler's. He's a good lad. He does all the servicing. Anyway, I'm just picking his brains on a couple of things because I know the guys won't be happy with it not being perfect. So they're minor things, because it's not like we can't use the tractor. They're just minor issues, and I know he will get them sorted for me. But even if they weren't sorted, it's something I could live with forever, if you know what I mean. But I know they'll be asking me a question in the next couple of days, whether I found any problems and different things like that. The sky is looking ever so queer. I am hoping and praying to God we do not get a storm. But apart from that, this thing, I am not joking. This tractor is perfection to me. And he'll be servicing it here in a few weeks, so we'll see what what's on the service list for it. We're heading up to Alice's now. We've got a few jobs we've got to do, then the old man will come, and then we'll go on to trailers, bringing the hay home for the farmer, who will load them into the shed there. Farmer's just tying the ends in the stack. What it does, it just keeps the stack, it's like bricks, you know. You don't just stack bricks on top of each other, you lock them in place. And the same principle comes in with packs. So farmer always will do this layer, and then the next layer at the top he'll lock in the other way round. Oh, he's done this layer as well. And then the middles can be, stops the ends going out. So the side next to the tin ends so critical, but if you want a nice tidy stack that doesn't fall away on the ends, it's very simple. It's very simple stuff. And it's a little bit fiddly, just turn in a couple of packs, but it's no issues. You know, it takes 2 seconds. Usually we would fill this whole barn and all of this barn easily, and we're just sort of worried that we're not even going to be able to fill this space. So yeah, that's what it is. Any space will not get wasted. We need 2,000 straw bales for the cows, and if there's empty space, they'll get stored in the dry, and we'll have some beautiful straw for the cattle this winter. Gone ever so queer in the air. The hay is over dry, absolutely spot on, nothing wrong with that. Just gone funny in the air. It's, they said there'd be chance of some showers about. It's that muggy, you know, muggy showers. Fingers crossed we don't get rained off. Anyway, Daisy's coming by with the baler. Started early today. The hay's so dry, so we're an hour ahead of schedule. Usually start about 12. It's 11 o'clock. Daisy's on the baler. Good bale. We adjusted the baler and put some side pressure on now. The bales look different, I can tell already. They look better. there's a pack. Right, in the top of the baler, in the top of the packer, there's a little bar that runs in the middle. And as the bales go up, it sits between the two bales. And on the last one, when it goes right to the top, it just puts a little bit of tension on the strings, and it's made a difference in keeping all the strings the exact same tension throughout the pack. It's noticeable. Anyway, oh, you know when you can just feel a spot or two of rain? Oh, it's not like you've got to stop immediately, but if we get rain, we're going to have to stop. Then we're going to have to run the tedders again to get it dry. Fingers crossed it doesn't. Anyway, if it does rain, I'm going to get these packs put in the shed. It hasn't been the most straightforward of everything, because the hay's so short and everything's so dry. We're having to put extra tension on the bales, which are making them a little bit heavier than usual, and it's just to, you know, you've got to make a good bale so the artisan can pack them. Anyway, Linda's packs are beautiful. They pick up lovely, but it's just the bales are a bit heavier than normal, and it's just where the hay isn't so long in its length, and it just creates problems that we don't usually see on a normal year, because these drought years, they don't come around very often. But yeah, it's interesting actually. It's just a new set of problems this year, but we are still managing to get by, and it's good. Anyway, there's usually 4 fields here to cut, but the other ones, they weren't even worth cutting yet, so I don't know if they'll get better or not, but we might be back here. Anyway, there's this little block here. They got started on this last night, and then there's a big block moving on thereafter. It should take 2 days. Colin should be here with his baler any minute. Usually isn't late. He's usually here. Unless he's had something to mend or fix back home. Linda can keep up with 1 baler, easy peasy, no problem at all. And then 2 balers for 1 packer is about right. By the end of the day, she's usually looking at, you know, a few packs to pack, a couple of hours packing behind the balers when they finish usually. But bales look nice. We yeah, we noticed our bales were looking a little bit different to Colin's, and we were wondering what it was. Anyway, when the baler come in for grease up and blow off, just having a little glance around it, and I was just looking at all the adjustments on it, and the side adjusters were only they weren't in very far, and I think that's all all the difference was that. So we've adjusted those a little bit, and I can see straight away they are noticeably a little bit tidier bales. So anyway, 3 at a time. Bales are about the right size. I'm happy with those. And key to baling is yeah, everyone's always after how fast you can do a job, but with baling it's actually the other way round. It's, you know, there's a fine balance that you got to stick to, because you got to get some bales out, but you can run too fast with it. So, and when you run too fast with a baler, all you do is get inconsistent bales. So you'll get odds, you get bale lengths odd. It'll throw a bale all sorts of lengths, just because the amount is how many stuffs you put in a bale, and it can't tie a knot if it's sticking a slab that size in. So you'll get a bale this side, this side, this side, this side. So yeah, going too fast isn't the answer with a small baler, but sometimes when you got weather closing you down, and it's with that baler you can get up the gears and just pop them out if you want to. You got to put the pressure up and make sure that way, but you know. But it's making a nice bale at the minute. We're really happy. The grass is nice here. We would usually see here in this field alone would take most of the day, and I think hay this year is going to be more than half down. I think it's going to be, and this isn't an exaggeration, I think we're going to be 60% down on average field to last year. 60 to 70% down, and that's a massive yield drop, especially for us. You keep getting these little flurries of just spots of rain. We're not too worried. All the weather apps are telling us it's going to be good for the rest of the afternoon. I think the worst of it is gone. The guys are still going, so the guys on the balers will know, because the balers just start running wrong, and the material is so dry, it's not, you know, at the moment it's not causing us an issue. But you know, if it makes the road wet, then you have to stop. The balers simply will just bang their shear bolts, and they won't bale it. Anyway, there goes Linda. She'll be all right for hopefully. And we're just taking the first one home. We'll go and get another trailer. We'll come back up. Yeah, the hay's beautiful. The quality is really nice, so it's good stuff. There just isn't much of it. So anyway, nice little get to try our tractor on the road with the big load. We're going to bring back one of them air trailers. We'll have a go with that. Right, can you guys see all right? Just put her in four-wheel drive to come up the gravel ramp so we don't get no slippage. And it's a trip down the road for us, so quite yeah, it's not the easiest of roads to drive down, but it's not the worst road either, so just but we have noticed this year the road conditions are just another level bad. I don't know what is going on with the people running the country. It's like I just do not know. But road conditions are just probably the worst I've ever seen. I'm sure it's the same for everyone else. Makes you wonder what's actually going on, and yeah, we can moan about the roads forevermore, couldn't we? Anyway, get this one brought home, get another trailer back up here. The looks like the worst of the storms actually slid by us by the skin of our teeth, so yeah, pretty lucky really. There's the wheat of Alistair's, that looks really well. Right, only 6:15. Baling crew's gone home. I don't know what's going on. They got 2 fields to do tomorrow, so it's no biggie. If we were flat out, you would, it's the best part of the day as well now. It's 31 degrees out there. I'm just dropping this trailer off. These trailers with air, this is a handful, this trailer. It's got a long drawbar on the front as well. Not only is it 45 foot, it's got an extra couple of feet of drawbar, so you have got to be very wary of it. But wherever you drop it, it has got to push the shunt button, but it doesn't work. And yes, you want to leave that somewhere where someone can fill it up. But Jordan's just on his way in. He's going to bring another trailer. We've got trailers galore up here, so tomorrow I will just hook on that, drag it through for the old man, and he'll fill it up, and it shan't come back after that, I wouldn't have thought. Yeah, we've had a good day. Linda's got you know, another 3/4 of an hour packing, and she'll be done, and then we'll be back at it tomorrow, so there'll be a part 2 to this one. But look at the trailer we're about to pick up. Only the tractors with air, so with only the 7S and the 8S have got air on at the moment, but future tractors will all have air, so all new trailers will be coming with air as well. But yeah, this is a step frame, so you can actually go 3 on the front high, and if you were, you know, if we had bales galore, you could put another layer on top as a fourth layer and you'd still be well under the lines and the wires. So that's our load this time. What we got on there, let's count them up. 4, 8, 9, 10, 11 on the front, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It is 41 times 14. Still a good load. 574 on there, so that's still a good load. But you can get, I think we added up, you can get another row of 9. Let's add that up. Yes, if you go full bore with it, another row on top. 6, what's that? 786. I can't even remember. 686. 686 bales. So here comes George. Look, Darren, the tractor man, fixed the tractor this morning. It was just a simple exhaust sensor on there, so that's good. Right, need to drop the anyway, Davo and Keithy have been mowing, and Davo's been catching up behind the mowers, so there might be some more to go on to. Well, hopefully there will be. Weather is just giving us some odd signs at the minute, so we don't know what it's going to do. Right, this one tows actually really nice.
Yeah, that's that other one.
It ain't no different to an Arctic, this one. No. But do you know how much you can get on there? Do you know how many I worked out you can get on? 686. That's a good load, isn't it? You can go 4 high with it. Yeah. But he never does. But we'll have some hay about next year, and we'll have to, won't we? But hey?
Look at this shit.
Yeah, every year's different, isn't it?
Yeah.
Every year's different.
This reminds me of lockdown.
Was it short that year? Is that the year it was short?
Yeah, that was when we was.
I remember it being short. You were chasing Uncle Franklin, weren't you, with the rake? Do you remember?
We were literally going.
You were chasing the rake with a small baler, weren't you?
What was that I worked at one year? About 15-20k little baler, just to keep it fed.
Yeah, I know. Brings its own problems, doesn't it? You know, the dry.
Yep. And the wet.
Yeah, the wet brings a different set of problems, doesn't it? It's just problems all the time, George.
Work round them.
Been a pretty good day, you know. In terms of acres, they've got plenty covered. There should have probably been 2 times the amount of trailers, I would have thought, and this is the best for quantity that we've got all round. So it ain't going to get any better than what's up here at the moment. It actually gets worse anywhere else we go from here. Anyway, that's fair load, happy with that. George will grab the last of the trailers. There's one there to pick up. There'll only be half a load to come back. Linda will be done. Usually, you know, it's burning on a normal year. It would be like, well, I'm always a big fan of, you know, weather's good now, let's keep going, let's get it in a bale, let's get it home, it's dry, let's not let it get rained on. I'm a massive fan of that, actually. Just so many times we've come, it's not going to happen tonight, everyone's gone home, but so many times we've come, we've got a minute to let the air build up. The air drops quite quick on these trailers. But so many times you think you're ahead and you've only got a little bit extra to do, then it showers on it, then you ted it, then it showers again, then you got to ted it again, then the colour's gone, then the quality's gone, and all because you didn't spend an extra hour or 2 baling it up. They would never ever get finished there, so let's not you know, they were never going to finish those fields, but it's still warm. You know, you could bale right up to 6:30. You could probably have another hour's baling easy. But anyway, that's just the way it is. Yeah, we're not under pressure, so it's no issue. Linda will get these last bales picked up. Yeah, it's interesting actually. We see the showers coming over, and they came over this way, and as they got to this field, there was a bit of damp in the row, so they had to stop for half an hour and just and let the rows dry out. So that was interesting. But apart from that, it's been an alright day. Farmer's been on his own at the yard all day on his own, so he's been unloading and messing about with bales. So, but anyway, we're going to head home. Farmer will get the, well, he'll probably leave them on actually. We'll all get an earlier night tonight. That won't be a bad thing. Tomorrow we'll get up here with the blowers, the fuel, and we'll get everything blown off, greased up, ready for tomorrow. And we'll probably